I believe that if we did have an infusion of a couple $1 million into a project like this, that we could hire chiropractic students to improve their communication skills, but also support pre-chiro students along the way and show that we truly care as a profession and that it is a good experience to go through school or to lead up to school so that you arrive ready, prepared, and understanding of what the program's about.
In my case, I had wonderful mentors. I was a student of dynamic essentials. So like I said, I figured out that I wasn't being taught chiropractic. I attended every single Dynamic Essentials meeting while I was in chiropractic college 4 times a year. I was in St. Louis. I would drive with a bunch of my classmates to Atlanta, Georgia, and sit in these meetings with Sid Williams and other really fantastic chiropractors of that time. Jimmy Gregg, Ian Grossum, Sotilli, Sigafus. That was where I first encountered Michael Kale. Just amazing mentors. Fred Barge, I remember spending lengths of time with Fred, talking to him.
Students, people, I think at one point, and I'm not sure if the number is still correct, but it's pretty close, there's at least a 30% failure rate in the chiropractic profession and over 30% dropout rate in some of the schools. You're right, because people get disappointed, they get disgruntled, they don't have anything to hang their coat on, they don't have vision, and they don't have people giving them vision. And that I think is extreme. We need people to give people vision.
While in school, there is the curriculum that you have to study in order to take your board and get a license. That's one thing. And you have to be aware that if this is the only thing you do, you might end up being a decent chiropractor, even maybe a good chiropractor. But more likely, that is not sufficient. And that is not peculiar to chiropractic. It is true of architecture, of medicine, of psychology, of law, and so on. So while in chiropractic college, many chiropractic students will take extracurriculum seminars outside the curriculum. So, my contribution has been MLS adjusting seminar, which is basically to allow people to step out of what is called a technique and move into becoming a true artist in the art of clearing the neurospinal system, the channel between brain and body.
The quality of your life is directly related to the quality of the questions that you ask. So you've also heard this, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. So all around you are your resources. All around you are people that want to help you. All around you is everything. And I truly believe that God puts things in our life and in our pathway to help us and support us. But if we sit there and we don't ask, we can't receive. If you need help, ask for it. If you need assistance, ask for it. There's programs, there's people that want to help, but sitting there doesn't do you any good.
My roommate, Tracy Wright in Jamaica, said there's this guy coming to town this weekend doing some mastery training and adjusting. You want? I was like, yes. And that's where I met Arno, and it was game on from there. He showed me how to apply with my own 2 hands what I knew in my heart and soul to be possible and true through the chiropractic adjustment. And it was such a relief. And I've been at it ever since, certainly studying with him. Donnie Epstein was one of my original teachers that I studied a lot and studied close with and still do. And Arno was the hub of the wheel that introduced us to the Sue Browns and Jay Comericks and Amy Burks and Val Panachios and Lou Corlettos and all of these amazing people throughout our profession. It was a great time, and I've had just so many amazing mentors and teachers, and now I just love paying it forward to as many people as I can.
I want to give a shout out and acknowledgement to Dr. Ben Glass, because every single time I tell my chiropractic story, Ben's part of it, because what Ben did for me on my tour changed my life. So when I was on tour at Life West, Dr. Ben Glass, then student Ben Glass, came and had lunch with me. And while we were having lunch, he started telling me about this book that he was really interested in and been reading called Chiropractic Revealed. And I ended up buying one from Ben. And on my flight home is when I had this big awakening. reading this quote from a Dr. Pasquale Sirasoli. So to this day, every time I tell my story, I mention Dr. Ben, and so I just want to tell you thank you.